What nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Noragami chapter 99.2. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And oh man, we have hit code red on the non-stop high-speed struggle train heading into chaos. We're talking panic attack, migraines, speed levels of struggle up, and yeah, seriously. I'm struggling to keep a roof over my head, and I'm scared that me and Kitty are going to be on the streets at some point. But, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this channel, myself and my kitty, too, alive and kicking, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Those links are in the description box below. So, ooh, let's be real. Last chapter, Father was paying a visit to the Delusion Drive-In Theater because, let's be real, he was straight up projecting. Yes, he was projecting. And then, yeah, he's been a regular at the Delusion Drive-In Theater for a minute. He has. Man, I really wish I was making as much money as the Delusion Drive-In Theater was. I'd be rich, trust. Anyways, Yukine is about to go reunite with his sister. And we saw at the end of chapter 99 that that's not always the best thing to happen. But let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this month. And this chapter is titled, this chapter is titled Haru and Yuki. Part 2. Here we go. The long-awaited reunion between Yukine and his sister. Here we go. Nichan. Nichan? Nichan. It's my sister. I didn't tell you this before, but... I didn't tell you this before, but... Several days ago, a young man came to me. He asked if I was, Tajima Yuka. He told me, you're in danger, so it's best to get away. Do it for your brother's sake, too. I thought it was odd for him to call me by my maiden name. I figured he had some relation to my father. I was scared, so I stayed in a hotel for a while, but since he said it was for your brother's sake, I thought that he meant, he must be alive. So when you two showed up, I was absolutely elated, Hiyori-chan. Hiyori? It's Hiyori! What's she doing here? This is amazing, but the Hiyori and my sister are here. I never even dreamed this day would come. Look at me! I want to protect him so bad. Can we protect our little babies? I thought that if my brother was here, there was no reason to be scared of my father, even though Haru probably resented me, since he tore up and returned all the letters I sent him. Huh? And Haru never sent me a single letter himself. You're wrong. I sent tons of letters to my sister. But your brother's letters said that he never got any letters from you. That's right. How come? After all, my letters got returned too. Hiyori-chan, look at my and Haru's envelopes. Huh? They've both been postmarked by the post office. Both of them left their respective houses. Oh, wow, you're right. Then why were neither of you able to read them? I have a theory. What if my mother intercepted the letters from Haru before I could see them and turn them over to my father? Oh, no! No! Well, why would she do that? Probably for protection. To protect herself, I mean. My mother was subservient to my father. She was always such a docile person, so I never saw how she truly felt. But if she was giving him money, then surely she was giving him the letters, too. Oh! My mom did that? That way my father would never come here. It's strange. My father promised we'd never see him again, so there was no reason to protect us from him. And yet we lived out every day in terror. Translators, please proofread. I'm sure my father was well aware of that. Instead of relying on letters, I should have just swallowed my fears and called him. I should have gone to see him. Even if he resented me, I should have looked harder. I just thought if I stayed here, someday he would come to see me. Chan. Hiyori-chan, when I heard you say that right now Haru is, when I saw how you looked in that moment, I understood. What are you trying to say? I did come to see you. I'm right here. Haruki is dead, isn't he? Sorry, Haruki is dead, isn't he? Oh no. Oh no. Run. Getting bigger? Let's see. Elementary graduation. Your uniform's too big. Sorry, Haru. We need to, we need to go. A little butterfly. This is all on you, you know, for bad-mouthing me in your letters. You dying ain't my fault. It's divine punishment. It's what you get for disobeying your parents. See ya, Haruki. Wait, don't leave me. Wait, don't leave me here. I'm still alive. No! He was buried alive? Wait, don't leave me here. I'm still alive. Why is this happening to me? Why? It's gotten cold. That's right. I've got a letter to mail. To my sister. Nichan, oh my god, I didn't start to hate you. I wrote you lots of letters. See, look. Haru, I wanted to see you so badly, Haru. I wanted to see you and apologize, Haruki. Yukine! Oh. Did y'all save him? Yukine, I'm so sorry, Yukine. Are you alright? Yes! I'm dead. I don't exist anymore. I'm already dead. I don't have anywhere to go anymore. Yukine has finally been rescued. Now all that is left to rescue him from, all that's left is to rescue him from the reality of human life. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying not to. But goddamn. What a piece of shit his father is. Oh my god, he buried him freaking alive. But I want to go back to this. Because let's look at how Yato rescued him. Because it looked like Yukine. There's Yato and there's father. But look at Yato. Yato grabbed him. I swear that light, remember that soul we saw, that light, that ball of light we saw in the mountains where Yukine was buried alive? That came into play. That had to come into play. Right? Yeah, you see that ball of light right there? That's from the mountains, right? That had to be it. I know that, yeah, Yukine saw and all that. But still, that ball of light had to come from the mountains, had to come into play. If it hasn't come into play yet, it will come into play next month. That's my prediction. I'm very curious what you guys think in regards to Yukine. In regards to that orb of light that we saw in the mountains where Yukine was buried alive. Did the orb of light already come into play this month, or is it going to come into play next month? The only reason why I say it might have come into play this month was when Yato rescued rescued Yukine. That's why I said that. But this, what a piece of shit father. But Yukine's saying this oh god, those parents. I gotta ask if any of you have been in that situation. I'm very lucky. I'm gonna say this. I am very, very lucky because as dysfunctional as my family is, my mom was not like Yukine's mama. Nah, she's not like that. My mom is a strong ass independent woman. She would never do shit like that. Never. And my dad, he had his moments. It's the bipolar. That's because his bipolar wasn't treated for a long time. That's why. So he wasn't an alcoholic like this fucker was. But my mom was my both my parents made enough money to sustain themselves for the most part. But like I'm telling you, as dysfunctional as my parents were, it was nothing like this. But where I was going with this is, I know there's people that have parents like this. There are kids that are dealing with broken homes like this, where they have an abusive father and or have a docile mother. My mom was like this. My mom grew up in an environment like this where my grandfather was very well. He wasn't a drunk. Nah, he was just very very strict. And my grandmother, she was disabled, so she couldn't do anything. She was very docile because of that, because she had a very severe arthritis. So there was that, but they didn't split up. Nah. But I'm very curious if you were raised in that kind of environment or whatnot, if you've ever been in that kind of abusive environment. I'm, again, as dysfunctional as my family is, wasn't like that. Nah, my mom didn't keep me. My mom got full custody of my brother and me, so we never had that issue. And my mom, even though my dad could have been in jail, probably should have been in jail for all the fraud that he did, didn't do it because she wanted him to be part of my brother's life. So no, she didn't do that. And I'm not saying to the point where there was a murder. No, I'm just talking about the abusive environment, because there are kids that have been in that kind of abusive environment before, that were raised in this abusive environment. And it's just a very heartbreaking thing. And it's something that is very taboo to talk about, unfortunately. But man, but with Sis, I understand. I understand how she feels, because she's never gonna get that closure. She will never get that closure. Like, because she wishes that she never got to, say goodbye, or really say goodbye or anything. She didn't know up until this moment that her brother died. So she doesn't know how he died. She don't know anything. So I understand where she's coming from. I understand. Because, see, she said, I wanted to see you and apologize. But again, this is why I say that light in the in the mountains may have come through this month, because you see his soul. You see where it's kind of where it's drifting off. I feel like that's tied there. That's tied to that orb of light that we saw in the mountains. I do, because usually when you're like a spirit like that, that's what happens. You're tethered to something. But that's what it seems like to me. But what really is heartbreaking is that, and this is where I think the orb might come into play next month, is where Yukine says, I don't exist anymore. I'm already dead. I don't have anywhere to go anymore. The orb may have stored all of Yukine's memories, his current memories. That's what it could have been, because Yukine, that's a possibility as well. I do But Yukine does have a place. He's stuck in his past right now, because look at his form. He's stuck in his past. Yato has to bring him back to the present. And that's where I think where the orb plays an effect, it comes into play next chapter, because that could be his current memories as well. I'm very curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what I'm doing. I want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more Noragami content. A few ways you could do that: donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, or just something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.